expected. Don't worry about it. Yes, she's here with me right now. Yes, I am. No, I don't think there'll be any problems. Just make sure the area is cleared. We won't want any interruptions, okay? Good. Just give me another minute or two. Bye.
This is indeed a marvelous facility, Dr. Baker.
I just realized you never had a tour of EarthFire, have you, Senator?
Well, I realized that the official tour could only accommodate so many people.
It was a grievous oversight not to have included you. Why don't I show you around while we talk?
I'd like that.
You know, Senator, the more I talk with you, the more I realize that you and I are quite alike. We both have a love of community, a desire to do what's good for the people, a need to safeguard those who look up to us as leaders.
I've served in the Senate for almost 15 years. Sometimes I feel that I still haven't accomplished a single thing.
I know exactly how you feel. Look how long it took to get the EarthFire project going.
Sometimes your own constituents can be your greatest obstacle. How many times did I have to let a good bill die just because his poll said it was unpopular or that PAC wanted something else? I'm telling you, those justices on the Supreme Court have it the best. Lifetime appointments, no need to worry about the next election. They can just do what needs to be done. It's enviable.
Here we are. This is what I wanted to show you.
So this is the satellite everyone's been interested in.
Incredible, isn't it?
I had to go to an awful lot of trouble to get NASA to give it up.
It was well worth it, believe me. This satellite will change the course of human history.
But strange writing. Have you been able to decipher any of it yet?
No need. I can tell you exactly what it says. This satellite was launched from a dying world over 50 million of your years ago, and placed within were 600 souls.
Souls? You mean like an ark? There are 600 beings in there?
Yes, well, less now, but let me finish. These souls were the best and brightest, the most wisest and learned from every part of civilization, from the arts to science to medicine. It was hoped that these souls could be saved and find a new home from which at least a part of our civilization could survive.
That's such a tragic story. Wait a minute. Did you say our civilization?
Our ship, the satellite, is very low in power. Already so many of us have been lost. You are our last hope.
You're one of them?
Yes and no. This is Dr. Baker's body, but it is my soul which inhabits it.
What happened to Dr. Baker?
I'm afraid that only one soul can inhabit a body at the same time.
You killed her!
No, I swear to you that wasn't how it happened. Your astronauts found our ship floating in space, lost, dying. It was an accident, but a serendipitous one that freed us. I believe it was fate that brought us together.
Fate?
Everything I said before was true. We both want what is good for our people. We need a home, somewhere where we can live in peace. You want to be able to do what is best for those people who elected you, who need you. We can both help each other attain our goals.
How?
We are souls without a body. It was the only way we could be saved. We need bodies so we can regain our lives.
I can't do that. That would be murder.
Think of the good that can be accomplished. Our knowledge and technology would be at your disposal. Imagine the scientific advancements that could be achieved. Zero-emission cars, solar and thermal energy generators, just like EarthFire, but on a grander scale. A country free from poverty, racism, and inequity.
Now you're talking like a politician, promising things you can't possibly deliver no matter how advanced you are.
On the contrary, my good senator. As you have seen, when we inhabit a body, we retain everything about them. If we inhabit the correct bodies, think of everything that could be accomplished then.
Senator Reichman.
Wasn't he the one who voted against your transportation bill? Such a worthy piece of legislation, too. Now here's your opportunity to achieve everything you've always wanted to accomplish, but couldn't because of the weak and spineless that stood in your way. Why are you hesitant now?
The ends do not justify the means.
They do if the ends are noble enough.
What you're asking...
600 lives for the sake of 6 billion. Are we really asking so much?
You can really help us.
We can help you build the world you've always wanted to create.
All right. What do you need me to do?
I knew we could count on you, Senator. This is the dawning of a new age for mankind, and you will be the one to herald it.
When do we begin?
With your permission, we will begin immediately. Trust me, Senator. They'll be adding your face to Mount Rushmore before 2 years out.
Why is that we always seem to end up in tunnels, Doctor?
Look at the bright side, Chris. At least it's not a gravel pit.
'Tis so very dark.
I think I have an electric torch here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Very interesting.
What?
I thought this was part of the sewer system.
You mean it is not?
I dare say it's some sort of access tunnel to the metro. The Washington Underground. You know what a subway is. We saw one in London. They have them here as well.
I like naughty subways.
Really, Chris, you must get over this aversion you have to tunnels.
Do not these subways go on for great distances?
Yes. We better not let Klein get too far ahead or we'll never find him.
Which way now, Doctor? The subways go off in 2 different directions.
Good question. Try to think like our friend for a moment. If you were a zombie, which way would you go?
I was not thinking such a manner.
Maintenance 2, what's your 20?
Nearing access 11B.
10-4.
I don't think you'll need to, Christine. I have an uneasy feeling I know exactly where Klein is heading.
We're too late!
Come on! Brave heart.
Now will you believe me when I say that Klein is of the devil?
I can't see where he went.
Please, Doctor, 'tis not wise to be Daniel when the creatures doth hide so easy. Pray, there is a way out down this way.
Don't be ridiculous. We have to find him before... What's down there?
There, 'tis the way out.
More ways than one. It's one of the subway stations.
Making out that way?
You don't understand. That's where Klein is headed. We've got to stop him before more innocent people are hurt.
I see him!
We've got to get his attention. Get him away from that station.
He's too far ahead.
I have an idea.
What are you doing?
I want you to take these wires and lie them across the track. Be careful not to touch the third rail.
Lay them across the track? Like this?
I said be careful. Touch that third rail and you'll be shocked back into the 13th century. You want to try and send a power surge through the lighting system. I think that'll help Klein understand that we mean business.
At least you did not say.
You should see the light then.
I knew it was too much to hope for.
Okay, here goes.
Was something supposed to happen?
You're goading me. Oh well, I guess it wouldn't have been too convenient anyway. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this the hard way.
Be careful, Doctor!
My dear, what could possibly go wrong? Thank you for not answering that.
Let us approach!
Excellent. Now for Plan B.
Plan B?
Plan A never works, so I just skipped to Plan B. I'm going to capture Klein.
How?
Using these wires you laid down. I've attached a resistor, and now we're going to hook it up to the electric third rail.
You just not wish me to touch it.
And I still don't. Power from the third rail will travel through the resistor into our little trap. We'll hold Klein there using electricity.
Sounds very dangerous.
Oh, it is. It is. Stand back now. We're going to use as much current as I have to, otherwise we might accidentally kill him.
Should you not stand back further? 'Tis close indeed.
It's okay. The voltage will hold our friend quite securely. Besides, we only had so much wire to work with.
He is almost there!
Steady. Steady. Now! This may be ineffective. It's amazing what a large amount of ions can do to the muscular system of animals.
Doctor!
I just need to figure out what to do with Klein now that I have him.
I don't think you have it yet!
What?
Senator, there you are. You're late for your afternoon meeting.
Cancel it.
Huh?
I said cancel it.
What about the...
I'll be in my office. Hold my calls.
Are you alright, Senator? Can I get you some coffee?
No. I just need... I don't know what I need.
Is there some trouble at EarthFire? You were gone a lot longer than you said you'd be.
No. No trouble. In fact, I guess you could say that things were never better.
Well, things are as good as you say they are, why do you look like you should be attending a wake? Possibly as the guest of honor.
Have you ever done something you feel is wrong? Oh, I don't mean like jaywalking or anything silly like that. I mean really, really wrong. Something you could lose your soul over.
Should I be hearing this, Senator?
Why? Do you think I'm capable of something like that?
No, of course not. I've dedicated my life to your career. Your only concern is, and always has been, the betterment of society. What is this all about? Has someone said something about you?
No. It's just politics. What else is there besides that?
Senator Hansen's office. Yes? Yes, I'll give her the message. Thank you.
Who was it?
It was Grant. He said that the committee is looking into resurrecting your bill in the capital gains tax. Possibly in time for this session.
Really?
Yes. And he's going to recommend to the president that he drop his opposition to the tax bill before it reaches the House floor.
That is good news.
I'll reschedule your appointments as you asked.
Thank you. Oh, and I think I'll have that coffee now, too.
Of course, Senator. I'll get it for you right away.
Are you Dr. Baker?
I am. Are you the one who ordered the work halted on our third vent?
I did.
You have no authority.
I have every authority! You overstep yourself, Doctor. I am well aware of your obsession with this project, and I know very well the strings you've had to pull to get it going. But you cannot take it upon yourself to just start opening up more holes in the earth.
I am delivering cheap, clean power to a hungry nation. This is what they want.
Not until the proper licensing and environmental review takes place. You did not go through my office for the authority, and until you do, EarthFire stays as it was licensed. There will be no more unauthorized modifications to this or any other EarthFire facility, or I will shut you down. Do you understand, Dr. Baker?
We don't have time for this, Doctor. We need to begin immediately, or...
I know. I assure you, you will have the proper authorization on your desk by the time you get back to your office.
This will take several months.
This will take 7 minutes and a single phone call. Good day.
It would be easier if we could just use him ourselves.
He is unsuitable. His body would burn out too fast. This will just take a phone call anyway. Dr. Baker for Senator Hansen. Senator, I hear you've had some good news regarding your tax bill. Congratulations. I'm afraid I need to ask you for another favor.
Stay back! Don't touch me, you'll be electrocuted as well!
I must do something!
You have to increase the power!
What?
Turn the dial on resistance to the right! It'll increase the amps!
But I shall kill you!
It might, but Klein definitely will. Now do it! Hopefully the electricity will destroy Klein before me! Do it!
Stop down!
Do it! Oh, turn it all the way!
Doctor, are you okay?
I smell Cajun. Someone cooking dinner?
I think that is you.
Can't be. Much too early. Time Lords have to be cured 21 days before serving.
Is Klein dead for good this time?
Looks like it. I don't think Ash can reanimate very well, do you?
What do we do now? With Klein dead, how should we know what they were searching for? Doctor!
We're too late.
What calamity could befall this place to cause such?
Someone alive over here. Are you alright? What happened?
It was horrible.
He passed the same rooms as such the man we saw in the hospital.
Did you see who attacked you?
Yes, it was Senator Reichman. I know it was him. He was just on the news. There had been a murder in his office. His secretary.
Did you see which way he went?
That way, I think.
Could he be possessed in the same manner as Klein?
I do wish you'd stop referring to this as some kind of demonic work. There's something going on here.
Demons!
Christine! No. Whatever's happening, it's quite natural, I assure you. But what? And how?
I fear we shall never know. We know not where the son of a Reichman has escaped to.
Maybe we do. Look over here. A map to the city. We know where Klein was and the path he took to get here. We can assume that Reichman started at his office, which would be here. So we simply draw a line from his office to here.
What does that tell us?
It tells us, my dear Christine, that they both seem to be converging in this area, here.
Hey, I know where that is.
You do?
Yeah, I worked there. I just got off my shift and was heading home. It's the EarthFire III facility.
Really? Well, Chris, fancy a trip to EarthFire?
What's to make any difference if I said no?
You could try, but it probably wouldn't. Come on, off we go.
Get me the files on the EarthFire projects. I want all 3 of them.
Yes, sir. Oh, you have a call. I'll just tell him you came in.
Take a message.
I really think you should take this call.
Bennett. Mr. President, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I was just there. With all due respect, sir, there are procedures that need to be followed. I understand, but... Yes. Yes. Of course. If that is your wish. Goodbye, sir. Never mind those files on EarthFire. It's been taken out of our hands.
Can I take your order, Senator?
I'll have the salmon.
Anything else with that?
Just a decaf, thank you.
Thanks.
Lydia!
Senator Middleton,
Sit down, sit down. I've been looking all over Washington for you.
I need to get out of the office for a while. Thought I'd get some real dinner for a change.
My wife makes some of the best salmon this side of the Mississippi. You should come over for dinner one day.
I'll have to take you up on that.
I wanted to thank you for all the work you've done recently. In the last couple of days, we've gotten more legislation out of gridlock than we have in the last 10 years. And I understand it was all because of you.
Me?
Don't be so modest. People who I thought would never side with us are suddenly seeing the light. Senator Gray, Senator Simpkins, and Representative Hart. Even old Reichman crossed party lines. I would have bet my mother's false teeth that he never would have voted for that highway bill. Too bad about him.
What do you mean?
Didn't you hear? He went nuts and tore apart his office. Killed the secretary. Disappeared after that. No one knows where he is. Careful, Lydia. Are you all right?
I have to go.
I thought you were having dinner.
I have to go. I forgot I have to go.
Lydia, it's all right. We'll be able to pick up a seat in the next election for sure now.
Ladies and gentlemen, terribly sorry I'm late. Has everyone checked in and gotten their visitor badges? Have you checked in yet?
No. I'm afraid we're running a little late ourselves.
Oh, quite all right. And you would be?
Smith. Dr. John Smith.
Ah, yes, from the University of Massachusetts. And who might you be?
This is my assistant, Christine.
A bit young for an assistant.
She's a child protege. She was disassembling computer programs before she could spell her own name.
What? Doctor, I have never...
Now, Christine, where are your manners? Don't interrupt the nice lady.
Here's your visitor identification, Dr. Smith. Security will make up one for Christine while we're on the tour. If everyone will follow me.
Doctor, I shall have no part of your lie. What tale dost you weave unto this lady?
What are you talking about?
I have never disassembled any computer. Their magic is strange work unto me.
Nonsense. Didn't you help me undo the block transfer program that old Simon Weir set up?
I?
And you couldn't spell your name then, could you?
No, still cannot.
Christine is not spelled with a K. Now come on. We don't want to get left behind, do we?
Is everyone here? Good. Then, fellow scientists, it is with the greatest honor and privilege that I present to you man's greatest achievement, EarthFire III. You are here as potential recruits to our team. So that you can make an informed decision, I want to give you a personal tour of my life's work, free from the press hype. What is the EarthFire project? We all know what we've read about in the journals, paper, thesis, and the sound bites put out by the media in between the latest rating grabs of Sweeps Week. But let me tell you what it really stands for. EarthFire is the answer to man's energy problem. Since the industrial age, and even before, we have taken Earth's resources and used them to power our technologies and made our lives better and more comfortable. And this is good. Where would we be if wood could not have been burned for heat? Coal not powered our machines, or oil not brought us into the 20th century and beyond? But these resources are not unlimited. And so mankind has searched for renewable resources to power his world for the 21st century. Unfortunately, solar and wind could not give us the power in the quantities and costs that we needed. But now we have an answer, and that answer is in EarthFire. This is EarthFire III, the third in what will be hundreds of clean, efficient, and cost-effective power generation plants throughout the world. Already we have one in Hawaii and another in California, with a fourth planned for Texas. Now, how do we go about creating this energy? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, lie beneath our feet. Together with water pulled in from the ocean, we use the heat from the Earth's magma to generate steam, in which turn power the generators, these generators producing thousands of megawatts of electricity for fractions of a penny per kilowatt hour. Clean, efficient, renewable. The steam evaporates and returns to the atmosphere, where it can replenish our oceans again. To minimize the impact on the ocean, each EarthFire has several intake pipes fitted with a screen to prevent animals from being sucked into the line. And because several lines are used, the suction power is limited so no animal can be trapped against the screen. We also have monitors fitted to each pipe opening so that should an animal become trapped, we can shut down the line and free it, or if need be, dispatch a team of divers to rescue the animal.
This is truly a marvel, Dr. Baker.
As you can see, we have begun work on a third vent. The extra heat will allow us to generate even more electricity. With enough generators in place, EarthFire III has the capability to provide enough power for almost a third of the eastern seaboard. Now, if everyone will come with me, we will examine one of the generator rooms ourselves. It does get a little warm, so we will need to suit up.
Doctor, this way!
Oh, but this looks so much more interesting.
'Tis just another room.
Not just any room, but one that apparently they don't want anyone in. Look at the signs. Top secret, no admittance, authorized personnel only. Whatever's in there apparently doesn't want any company.
Then we shouldn't even be. We are not allowed in there.
Well, think for a moment. Such a highly sensitive room, yet no security? Not even a camera? Whatever's in there they're trying to keep under wraps, and it was certainly last minute. And whoever did it doesn't want any record of who's accessing it. Thus, no computer lock either.
Do you think it could have anything to do with the creatures?
Well, if nothing else, having a look will at least let me sleep at night. I do hate secrets, especially if they're kept from me. After you. My word! What is that?
It is some kind of machine.
A satellite? No wonder it's such a secret. This is not of Earth origin.
Then where did it come from?
That's a very good question. I wonder if it can tell us the answer.
Mayhaps his writings speak of its owners. Though I do not understand these strange words, they do not look like any letters you have taught me.
That's because they're alien. I don't recognize the language either, though. I always thought myself to be well versed in galactic linguistics. How disappointing.
You cannot understand it?
Not yet. I'm sure with a little time I can figure it out.
What are all these small lights all over?
I don't know. They don't appear to be system lights or anything along those lines.
Some of them are dimmer than others. One of them has just gone out.
This is going to bother me until I figure it out.
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Dr. Baker!
Dr. Smith, I don't believe this room is part of the tour.
Well, you know how it is. You must have gotten the wrong itinerary in the post.
I see you have an interest in satellites.
It's a hobby of mine. Building ships and bottles was just too much of a strain on the nerves. Where did you get it from?
This is the satellite that was discovered by the Endeavour. It was in all the newspapers.
Really? I'm afraid I'm not quite up on current events. I must speak to the newsboy about timely delivery of my newspapers. Chris, kindly make a note of that.
Huh?
What is this satellite doing here, if I may ask? I thought this would be more for the people of NASA.
We're assisting them. Our facilities are far more modern than those at NASA. Something you would know if you hadn't strayed from the tour.
Ah, yes. I do apologize for that. My curiosity does get the better of me sometimes.
So now that you've had a chance to examine our little prize, have you formed any conclusions about it?
not yet. I've certainly come up with several dozen solid questions.
Well, that puts you ahead of our research team. They've only managed to come up with a couple of dozen questions. Why don't we go on to more terrestrial problems? Your credentials list you as an expert in geology and physics. What do you know about seismology and tectonic plates?
Well, I practically wrote the book on the movement of crusts and their radiant stresses beyond the Ring of Fire.
Really? I thought Professor J. Cadwell wrote that.
Well, I didn't say I wrote it. I said I practically wrote it. Professor Cadwell was having trouble reconciling the divergent strata with their theoretical ages. I thought he would benefit from the advice of someone who had been there when they were actually formed.
You know, we are about to begin work on 4 new vents. Our team would benefit enormously from someone like you. Could you wait here for a moment?
Of course.
There is great intelligence in that one, more than he's letting on,
He thinks he's being clever, hiding it with his buffoonery.
which is why I don't think it would be a good idea to use him.
Normally, I would agree, but we are on a very tight deadline, and he is by far the best candidate.
There are others.
We're going to need as many as we can get. There is only one problem.
He is unsuitable.
His assistant, on the other hand. Dr. Smith, I would like to show you the surveys done of the regions we intend to vent. We could certainly use your input.
Of course. Christine?
She'll join us in a minute. There's some data my assistant needs to collect. She can help. This way, Doctor.
What is it thou dost need me to help thee with, good sir?
Come over here, Christine. You and Dr. Smith took a great deal of interest in our satellite.
The doctor is more knowledgeable on such matters than I.
What did he say about it?
Nothing. He could not comprehend the strange writing.
What if I could help you understand it?
Thou dost speak folly. I am not as learned as the doctor. 'Tis he whom thou shouldst seek out. Part of the satellite does open.
Come closer, Christine.
Nay, there is evil here.
I said
Ah!
come here.
Release me!
Not until you give us your soul.
What? No! Doctor!
It's no use struggling. No one can hear you scream.
Doctor!
Well,
Procedure complete. This body now belongs to me.